Kody M. Frederick.
Hey, Daniel J. Hill.
Question for you,
Yeah,
sir.
buddy, what's going on?
All right. Let's say you entered some sort of like racquetball court enclosure. Okay?
Okay, you mean a room?
Yeah.
Okay, so I entered a room.
But there's nothing in there.
Yeah, except a room.
The majority, I want you to feel as though there's nothing in there, but there's no real escape.
Is there a racquetball court?
It's a wood floor.
Okay, so it's a room with a wood floor.
Right.
Copy that.
You're familiar with like a Royal Rumble in the pro wrestling world?
Very familiar.
Like a wave of people just come in and you have to like fight them off and throw them out of the ring.
Of course, I'm very familiar with this. Yes.
Okay.
Last man in the ring wins.
Okay. So here's this, and I asked this question to Jenny in Seattle as well.
Okay.
How many children from the ages of 5 to 7 do you think it would take to like subdue you and like pummel you to death?
5 to 7, ages of kids. Do they have weapons?
No weapons.
It's just fist kids.
This is fisticuffs with children. They are trying to hurt you and like control you and like beat you down. How many kids would it take to really get you?
You know, that's a really great question. That's a really great question.
And I think we should answer it on this week's episode 179.
This is the Dan and Kody podcast.
This is it. Right here, Kody. You put on those headphones and you go to work.
Why are you yelling?
This is where our message is heard. It's time to get hyped. Say it with me.
What are we saying?
Dan and Kody.
Dan and Kody.
Dan and Kody.
With Dan and Kody podcast.
Dan and Kody podcast.
Dan and Kody podcast.
Get some.
Dan and Kody podcast.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, if I'm a kid, I guess they're all average-sized children. So
Yeah.
in the United States, they'd all be obese.
But 5 to 7, these kids can kick, they can bite, they can claw.
I mean, how would they kill you if all they can use is their fists? I guess they have to like zone in on a spot. For example, your eyes.
Yeah.
And they'd have to be able to take their tiny little hands and put their hands through your eyeballs and then pull out your brain.
Right. And you have to be physically like unable to like
Absolutely.
get these kids off of you.
I think you can only have so many kids on you in the first place. And I think that's where this is where your problem has a problem. But if they all stack on top of each other, let's say, I think 30 kids.
Really?
30 kids, 50 pounds apiece. 500 pounds would be like 10 kids. Let's say they're 50 pounds apiece, right?
Yeah.
500 pounds would be 10 kids. So you'd need 100 pounds maybe on one arm. It'd be harder. It'd be a struggle.
Right.
100 pounds on another arm. 50.
And then your legs, you got to get your legs.
I got another 2, so that's 40 kids.
Yeah.
So then I need another 10 on my chest.
And factoring in like
50.
I don't quite have the rules set for this thing, but I would envision like 5 kids will come into the room.
Absolutely.
Then the other 5 will come in. As you're fighting the kids, you'll probably like you'd knock out probably the first 3 kids, like one hit, like pummel on the head.
I think you do a lot more than I think you do a lot. I think they'd have to all come at once, and you'd have to be outnumbered by more than just the 50 that's going to hold you down, because you're going to take out probably 20 kids.
Yeah.
Easily take out 20 kids.
And you'll
so
get
that
tired.
means that you need at least 70 kids coming at you.
70.
You need 70 kids coming at you because you're going to take out 20 of them.
I told Jenny, it's funny. I told Jenny exactly. I was like 30 for me.
Okay.
I think I could handle 30 kids, 5 to 7.
Okay.
And fend them off. But at more than 30, I mean,
these are like zombie-ridden kids. Like these kids,
they want to hurt you.
They want to hurt you. They're out for blood. It's like Rambo.
But it's like first wave. They're all coming through the racquetball door. You're in the back, like, come on.
Right.
I really think 10 done.
10, huh?
20? No, 10 are done. Like I'm knocking out 10. Easy.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you got 20 kids.
The next 20, I'm gonna be more tired. They're probably gonna start to get to me and like hold my arms back.
I think it's harder to kill a kid than we realize.
Who said anything about killing?
They're trying to kill you, man.
I said, like get them
No,
off
no.
And hurt.
And what are they going to hurt them enough to where they can't move?
Right.
You're breaking backs. You're splitting skulls. Some of these kids are not walking out of there, buddy. Some of those kids are dead on top of you being dead. I mean, I don't like kid deaths as much as the next guy.
No.
But I will
all
say,
hypothetical.
All hypothetical, but I will say that some of those kids are going to die.
So are you 30?
No. I think it's 50.
You think it'll
I
take
think 70 kids need to enter that room.
Mhm.
50 of them is what will end up.
70?
70.
Dude, that's a lot of kids.
It is a lot of kids, but what I'm telling you is I'm going to take out the first 20. And then they're going to beat me down.
And then it takes another 50.
And then it takes to 50 because I need 10 kids per arm.
I think that's too many. I think
No,
you're
man.
over. I think you're over.
I think you're underestimating children.
No, I think you are because you think 50 of them will hold you back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
I
Then
think 30 with 10 being down, the other 20 will get you
6, 7-year-olds, 5 to 7-year-olds,
because they'll pop back up.
5 to 7-year-old. Not if you do it right.
You've only got like one
Not
kick on
if you
some of
do
these.
it right, Dan.
You've only got one kick on some of these people.
If you're in this room and you know that these kids are there to kill you, it's a life or death situation, and you know these kids got the eye of death in them. Like they walk in the room and they're like foaming at the mouth. You know they're gonna kill you, and it's a mano a mano. It's the last man survives. Dude, you're killing these kids.
But while you're clobbering like 2 of them, one is going to get a clear shot at your balls.
Cool. Let him.
That'll put you
This
down.
is a life or death situation. I will have snapped the necks of those other 2 kids. And then I grab that 3rd kid.
Someone's going to bite your Achilles. You get your Achilles bit,
Dude,
that leg's gone.
You throw me, you don't put baby in a corner. Like, don't Patrick Swayze me.
You will go
because
apeshit.
I will go apeshit. Don't put baby in a corner. Especially if we got a bunch of like zombie rabid kids between 5 and 7 that are out for blood.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to fight back. And I'm sorry, but 70 I think is a good number.
I think it's
And I'm talking 70 all at once.
like 70 in the door.
Boom, all at once. Because if you
there's no door and
stagger it,
70 are on a line
sure,
and they run at you.
You stagger it, your chance of survival goes up a ton. Because you're just going to pop these kids right in the fucking head.
Cody,
Pop.
I appreciate that you are a healthy young gentleman. You can probably defend yourself in a situation, but 75 to 7-year-olds with a clear running shot at you, you are done.
I could take out 20. That's why I'm saying 50.
you're
50.
done.
Sorry, man.
70?
70.
No, you're done, dude.
70.
30.
70.
30.
10 of them are getting roundhouse kicked. Their faces are going to pop off.
No,
like
man.
hands down, man.
You're
You can't tell me
done.
I can't take out 20 of these kids.
I want you to see 70 children.
I don't want to see 70 kids because now it's in my brain that the next time I see 70 kids, they're going to be all out for blood.
They're all coming for you.
Nah, man. Game over.
All right.
Woo. Oh, man.
What's up?
I find myself having these moments where I'm listening to music and I just start crying.
What?
Yeah. Like I'm having these really intense emotional moments that come out of nowhere. I could be cutting peppers. I could be like spraying down my house. I could be, petting my dog, which maybe could elicit some degree, but doing things that are not emotional. I could be driving in the car.
You got to ease up on the Adele.
You think that's it? You think the fix is a change of music?
Yeah, are you just listening to Sam Smith and Adele?
I mean, I don't. Maybe it is
Jason Mraz.
Nah, maybe it is. It's like folky indie stuff, but it's still like it hits me, and all of a sudden I'm like I'm welling up with emotion.
Really?
Yeah, it's the craziest thing.
There was a time when Moxie was about to be born.
Yeah.
There was a Macklemore song that he put out.
I don't want to laugh at this, Dan.
And it was like
You know,
It
the
was the one
classic, classic I'm going to make you cry Macklemore song.
Let's go thrift shopping.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it was like a love letter to his like unborn daughter.
Right.
And like the chorus was like, I'll be patient one more month. And it was like, wrap your finger around my thumb. And he's like telling her stuff like, skip school, don't get caught. Cross the street in the crosswalk.
Right,
like doing all this
right,
stuff like
right.
a daddy would tell her to do. Like, I might not be there for your first step. And I was like, like crying in my car.
Really?
Yeah.
So but that was the last time you cried.
And I think I cried to that before Max was born. I cried to like a Sam Smith song.
But that was the last time you cried?
I don't know if it was the last time I cried.
When's the last time you cried, Dan?
I cried when Max was born.
Okay, cool.
But actual cry?
Yeah, man. When did you have like a little tough, like emotional moment? You're like, Jenny, I just can't do it no more. I'm struggling, Jenny.
I don't think not since then.
Dan, you're like a wall, man.
I'm a brick wall.
You are a wall of no emotion.
That's right.
Dan doesn't show any, like, so what gets you to the point of tears then?
Well,
Before Moxie, was there ever anything that would get you to the point of tears?
I cried in the shower when I had a very, like, the worst sunburn ever.
What?
I cried.
How old were you?
Like 27, 28
You cried?
in the shower.
What?
I fell asleep on the beach. I was completely cooked. And like a hot shower hurt me so bad.
Why did you take a hot shower?
A cold shower hurt me so bad.
Right?
And like I was itchy. The fan wouldn't do it. I was in tears.
Being miserable is one thing, but like crying because of
couldn't like fix the itching and burning. It was sun poisoned. I was like bubbled
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
had little blisters all over your body.
all over.
Oof.
Just
That's
crying.
tough. They're like crying blisters. Not only are you crying, but your body is crying when you pop each of those
Yeah.
blisters.
We had to get that green gel.
Aloe vera.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah, I know.
the
Aloe
green
vera.
gel. I don't
Yeah.
read labels.
No, you do actually. You love
I
labels.
say, let's go to green gel aisle.
Yeah, yeah, green
That
gel.
shit better be banana boat, motherfucker.
Okay. Well, that's the last time you cried.
So,
Sunburns.
sunburn
Moxie and sunburns are the two things that make Dan Hill
and Macklemore.
weepy. And Macklemore, that's right. Those are Dan's things.
So what is getting you about these folk?
I don't know, man.
Is it
It's
like
just
Mumford
it's
and
not
Sons?
even it's not even the lyrics to the songs. I'm having these weird, intense, emotional kicks where it's just like I just feel this way right now.
You're weeping.
Like there's like weeping. There's like I'm
like,
doing.
is it audible or is this like tears coming out?
I
of
don't
your
want
face?
anybody else to know it's happening. So
you just
I'm like
sung it.
holding it in, and I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta walk out of the room.
And you're listening to a song.
Yeah, because like I'm like cleaning the kitchen, and I'm listening to music.
Well, you done it, and I thought I felt it.
I tried to be you, and then I'm just like,
Oh, I won't hesitate.
it's such a strange phenomenon.
You need to embrace it. That's what I think. It's like getting a song out of your head.
So you're telling me, dude, if I embraced it,
Fucking like
the difference,
set it up.
the
Like,
difference between you and me, I'd be crying all day.
just go Toy Story 3
Oh,
up.
Story 3 doesn't do it for me.
Oh, 3 got me.
So you cry at movies.
Actually, yeah.
You cry at Endgame.
I choked up a little at Endgame.
I choked up a little. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I can watch I bought Endgame just released.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, nice.
Digitally, and I watched it with my wife and the rest of the fam.
Yeah.
Like the other day, and it still kills me. Iron Man dying.
The funeral.
still kills me.
The
Funeral
funeral.
doesn't do it.
No? Oh,
Iron
the
Man
funeral does it
like
for me.
everybody going up to him as he's dying, and then of course the whole like what gets me, not the funeral per se, but the video goodbye. His holographic
right.
goodbye.
Yeah.
I love you 3000. Like, come on, get out of here, man.
That'll get you.
Jesus.
But you need to really set up, like, what are the things that makes Kody cry and just do them and weep it out.
And then I'll never cry again?
Well, you'll be out of tears.
I mean, the baby, he's super cute, and he definitely makes me cry, and
so
it moves
cute.
so fast, and it's like, oh my God, he's already this age. Like, he's 2 weeks, so it's not, I mean, he's still very new, but it's weird.
You just don't even think about that.
Dude, how do you not think about it?
That stuff, that like...
Dan's got the wall.
Yeah, it's the wall.
It's the wall of
It's
like,
like, she's good.
that's life.
No, it's not.
When did you come to the realization that, holy shit, I have a kid? Was it immediate, or did it take months?
I don't know.
Like, this is a real thing.
There
This
was
isn't like for me, it's still kind of a fantasy.
There was I had a realization, like, late as shit at night. She's, like, unconsolable. I'm in the, like, nursing chair.
Right.
Trying to get her to stop crying.
She's just like, blah.
And in my head, I was like, this is it. This is your life right now. Wow. Or now.
Wow.
And that might have been, like, 2-3 months in.
Right.
But then, like, you come to that I think socially, you're sort of still on, like, home mode, I feel.
Yeah, nesting, as they say.
Yeah.
I'm nesting.
Well, the nesting is before.
Sure. Well, I feel
Your statement wall here is nesting.
Sure.
That paint
Statement
job.
wall is badass.
Oh, it's tight. It's dope. But I think, what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Socially, you're not going to be able to do as much. Sucks.
Yep.
And that's a realization.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I can't get fucked up here. Well, you don't really drink that much anyway.
No, I never think about those
That
things.
was big for me. I was like, wait, I can't get hammered here?
I got to be careful. I got to drive my family
Yeah.
home.
That's when I get excused from the room and go cry.
That's fair.
I can't get retarded here. Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
No, that's all right. Anyway, I guess that's one of the things, the social connection. You're kind of locked down. I mean,
yeah, you got to leave parties early.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the realization.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Okay, well, thanks, man. And I guess I'll just change my music then, huh?
No, don't change it. Cry a lot.
Cry a lot. Okay.
I want you to listen to Adele.
Dell doesn't do it for me.
And what is it? Mumford and Sons?
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Throw on some fun.
Throw on some fun.
Some nights I stay up, catching.
That's not Mumford and Sons.
That's fun.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, the band.
The band.
Oh,
Fun.
yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
I think, dude, Jenny cried to that song before.
Yeah.
Because she was like, we're not young.
I love Jenny. And what I love about her more than anything is that she is empathetic and she feels people.
She cries.
And that's
for all
what
of
I
us.
love about Jenny.
For
all of you out there, you ever meet Jenny Hill and you want to connect with somebody, that woman is open and willing to connect with you. Don't be a pussy. Connect with Jenny Hill.
If you can't cry, don't worry about it.
Jenny will cry for you.
Jenny is already crying for you.
She's amazing. You got a good wife, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, no big deal.
Cool. So, dude, pilgrimage to Mecca, okay? Skydiving, all right? Climbing Mount Everest.
Sorry, I can't look
Okay.
at you with a straight face.
Winning an NBA championship. Running a marathon.
Okay.
Traveling to Everett, Washington to visit the Funko headquarters.
Oh.
What do all of these things have in common? These are bucket list things.
And you've only done one of them?
I ran a marathon.
Oh, you ran a marathon. Two of them. Two
Yeah.
of them. Right.
Two of them. So Everett, Wisconsin, Funko HQ.
Everett, Washington.
Everett, Washington. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I have tagged a bucket list item. of mine.
Okay.
It was a wonderful experience.
Really?
man.
You feeling good?
Oh my God. Literally out of body experience. There.
Out of body, Dan.
I was watching Dan Hill in that shop.
They had Ghostbusters Funkos,
They did.
and you didn't pick one up for me.
I didn't have a lot of space in the bag.
Wow.
I had to pack. I packed.
Wow.
I packed a bag.
You know we've had this conversation. You come across any Ghostbusters Funkos.
But they're around. Like, it's not hard to get those. I was finding stuff I couldn't get.
Really?
Normally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, you went to Funko HQ
For our anniversary.
for your anniversary.
That's right. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Check. Because if you didn't listen to the last segment, Jenny Hill is awesome.
Yeah, Jenny Hill's amazing. Yeah.
And so August 2nd was our 5-year wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
We always go on vacations to see family.
Yeah.
Air horns, bitch. We brought them this
We brought
week.
them this week.
They're here.
Yep.
But we went. So Sunday was gonna be I wanted to do it too, but it was sort of the Jenny day of like,
Okay.
we'll do what you want with Space Needle, Mo Pop.
Saturday.
Sunday.
Sunday. I thought you came back early
Oh
morning.
yeah,
Sunday.
Saturday. You're right. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't come back today.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Then Friday was
Funko.
we're staying in Everett. We're
Right.
going to Funko, and we're gonna block out that whole day because I gotta take that in.
Is it that big? It can't be so big that you spend.
It's pretty big.
Is it?
It's pretty big. Like if you just
Like what are we talking? Like Disney Store, Disneyland big?
yeah,
Okay.
it might be bigger. Like on the outside of Disneyland.
Yeah. The one that's like between California Adventure and
Yeah.
Disneyland.
I would say it's on that scale of big.
Okay.
And they're like,
But that doesn't take a whole day, man.
it does. If you're me, it does. It's more than a store. It's so interactive and like you'll miss stuff if you're not paying attention.
Okay.
I covered every square inch of that place and like really wanted to like see it. Then you look up and I was like, holy shit, Thor, life-size Funko Thor is hovering over me. There's an entire Marvel section. Spidey's on the wall.
Right.
Green Goblin with a pumpkin is in a building.
So how many of these are exclusive Funkos?
That I got?
No, that are there. Like you got a room full of Funkos. Are they all pretty exclusive? Or are they all like they just sell?
Well, they have a lot of common pops, but they have
Right.
all of them. They have like all of the commons.
Right.
So like you can't necessarily just go into a Target. You'll find some Avengers Endgame pops.
Right.
You won't find the whole line
right.
of common.
Do they
Avengers
have them
pops.
set up so that you can see the whole line?
Yeah.
Like they're organized in a way where like that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah. It's like that.
Wow.
So like if I wanted to, you can go in there, you can go in the Harry Potter section. That's all done up. Like Voldemort, life-size Voldemort, life-size Harry, life-size Hagrid, who's
right.
15 feet tall.
Right.
And they're all they're Funkoed out. You get Ron, Hermione, Sirius Black, all of them.
Wow.
Dobby. But you can't get the chases there. There weren't like limited chase pops there. They had like the glow in the darks. They had
Right.
it was
Did they have a section of flocked items? You know how much I
No,
love the flocked
yeah,
items.
I know you're a big flocked guy. The flocks were in there. But you go to a Hot Top and you'd be like, oh, cool. They have Peter Venkman and Winston.
Right.
Nah, over here they had like Peter, Ray, Winston, Slimer, the dogs.
What?
Yeah. They had the frickin' they had,
You son of a bitch.
they had Peter with the building.
Oh yeah. Ghostbusters.
And
Ghostbusters headquarters.
But it's great. I mean,
That's cool.
it was I say out of body experience because I was very in the moment. I'm usually not in the moment. I usually hate stuff. I usually hate stuff while I'm doing it.
Right.
And then later I'm like, that was a great time.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
But yeah,
Yeah,
you look
cats
back.
in Santorini, and now I'm like, man, I miss Santorini.
Right.
Right.
No, I'm saying like you're on the vacation and you're like, this sucks. That's me.
Okay.
But then afterwards, I'm like, wow, that was a really, really great time. I was relaxed.
Absolutely.
But here, I was like, Dan, you are having a great time. You need to enjoy this right now. Make sure you hit it. You know? Jenny put my name on the marquee.
Yeah, I saw that, man. Jenny just makes calls, man. She gets things done.
Gets it done. I was shocked.
She's impressive, that one.
But it was a great, great day
Cool.
of Funko HQ.
That's good. And how many Funkos did you pick up?
15. 16, I think.
Oh, that's not bad. I thought you'd pick up more.
Nah, but it was the merch. Because, all right, so at the store, they have a bunch of stuff that's just not on the website for sale.
Okay.
Like they have, I got this like varsity, like Funko, like Letterman jacket that says like,
Funko.
yo, I don't play sports, but this is my varsity jacket. This says Funko on it.
Right, of
with
course.
the different sleeves.
Would
and the
all
snap buttons.
36-year-old men decide to buy?
Yeah. I got a Funko hat.
Yeah.
I got
stoked.
this shirt.
Nice.
I got this, like a couple stickers for my laptop.
Cool.
All that sort of shit. Coffee mug.
You swagged it up.
Swagged out. Like this was merch central.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Liz, the GM of that store, for like really making us feel welcome and hooking Jenny up with the marquee that said like welcome Jenny and Dan. It was awesome. You can make your own Funko there.
Oh, you can? And they'll box it?
Yeah. I have a box.
You have you?
It's like custom Funko.
You have
like,
you?
No, like you can make a custom Freddy or like a custom just like figure.
Right.
And you get a head and you get like the body and
Put it all together yourself.
right.
Oh, that's cool.
My dude it's a Freddy Funko with a cape. He's holding a double barrel shotgun and a sign that says pop.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I think it.
It was
Custom Dan.
It was amazing.
That's great, man.
It was really
And how was downtown Seattle?
Seattle was great.
Beautiful city, man.
It's beautiful, man.
One of my favorites.
It's very there were parts of it that reminded me of San Fran.
Yeah.
There were parts of it that reminded me of New York.
okay.
There were parts that reminded me of DC. Like lots of like really like small,
A lot of influence.
yeah, but like quaint restaurants.
Yeah.
That have like a section that's like on this other side of the sidewalk.
Right.
You just get a beer, grab dinner real quick. Like that's so DC,
Yeah.
and that's over there.
Love DC.
And then just they embrace like the seafood culture, like the ocean culture.
Of course. I mean, they've got the Puget Sound is right outside of it.
Right, but what I was having a tough time like wrapping my head around was that like you think of New York
Right.
and you don't think about like, oh, they're by the ocean, you know? But with Seattle, it's very city like New York. I wouldn't necessarily think about the ocean until I was there because there's so much seafood influence and like beach life. It feels.
Yeah, they've got some beaches and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I love that it's right next to the ocean. I love that you can. Were you able? Was it a clear enough day
Oh yeah.
to where you could see the volcano?
No. I don't well, we didn't look for it.
Oh man, it's like
It's
out
there?
in the distance. You can see this. You can see Mount Rainier. It's huge.
Really?
It's gigantic.
I mean, we loved it.
Yeah.
We did the Space Needle.
Right.
Moxie was being such a little shit in that line.
Oh yeah.
We were waiting in line forever.
Come on, Moxie.
Come on, girl.
What are you
Seriously.
doing, man?
I need you to listen to Daddy and Mommy.
Listen. Gosh.
Jesus.
Kids, man.
There was this German family with two very well-behaved kids who were probably like 7 to 10, just having a field day watching us fumble over Moxie. Like, no, don't do a handstand on the cement. No, put it back. Get over here.
Right.
And she's a flopper now. She flops like the NBA.
What?
You'll like
She
grab her
like James
arm.
Hardens it all the time.
I'll
huh?
grab her arm and she's like, ugh.
Oh, Dad.
Like tripping and shit. I'm like, I did not even pull you that hard.
Right.
And she's like, oh.
Oh, Dad, did you know I can make people think that you hit me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, stop flopping, Mox.
Damn kids, man.
Have you've been up on the Space Needle?
Yeah.
You've been to the top and then the second floor?
I didn't go to the second floor.
Where like the fucking floor moves.
What are we talking about?
So like you're up on the Space Needle, right?
Yeah, you're in the room.
You're in the room with the glass.
Yep, and then you go outside and you walk around it.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a downstairs with the same glass, but the floor is also glass and it rotates.
No, I didn't do
360.
that. I couldn't have done that. I would have just vomited.
It's not the entire floor. It's like a strip.
Right.
It's like a 360 strip where it's just glass.
Not interesting.
We were like, oh shit. Moxie was tripping out. She was like,
And then you went to Mopop for the first time.
Did Mopop.
And?
It's cool, but we were underwhelmed. Because, I mean.
What do you mean?
Prop store, like my job. You know, like seeing.
You're used to it. You're done. So it's not that big of a deal.
Seeing those costumes and props, like it's awesome, but.
It's what you do every day, so who cares?
There was a set in there that I personally sold and packed and shipped.
Oh, that's funny. That's great.
The Fred Gwynn Pet Cemetery cut Achilles.
Cool.
And like
what did they have a special exhibit?
It was like Queen. It was like a fashion thing
at the top level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And they had Prince. There was a Prince room.
Right.
There was a Pearl Jam room that was like, really? This could have been like just a wall.
Right.
It was like an entire.
Yeah, they had
Pearl
a.
Jam.
They had a.
But I guess Seattle.
Yeah, Pearl Jam, Nirvana.
Right.
It's a big piece of that.
Yeah.
And then they had what's his name? Guitar.
Prince?
No, it wasn't Prince. Did they have the?
They had Kurt Cobain's guitar.
Oh, did they? Yeah. They got the music in there, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did Moxie care?
No.
No.
She peed on the floor.
What?
She peed it. She peed that place.
This is mine, Dad.
Yeah. We put her on the Prince's Purple Rain motorcycle. I got a good pic of that.
Nice.
But
yeah, it was good for you and Jenny.
It was great.
Good, man.
We will definitely be back. I
Yeah,
love
you have
Seattle.
to. Seattle's amazing.
It's really, really fun. It's not that far either.
Yeah, it's like a 3-hour flight, 3.5-hour flight if you get a direct flight.
Yeah. I love Burbank too much.
Yeah, man, Burbank's too nice. But anyway, cool, man. Well, I'm glad you had a good time at Funko, and I'm glad Seattle worked out.
It was beautiful.
Woo! I want to tell you about a company called JC Room Blocks. Do you have 10 or more out-of-town guests coming to an event near you? Maybe you have a bris, a wedding, a family reunion, a science convention. Maybe some friends are coming in town and they just want to get drunk in one place. Or your mom's coming into town and she's got 10 brothers and sisters and they need a room so they can all come over to your house and have a bagel. Well, I have the answer for you. JC Room Blocks. They research hotels in the area that you need the rooms. So if you're in San Diego, they're going to find those rooms. They're going to put them together for you. Oh, what? You need to be in Boston for a little bit? No big deal. Go over to Boston and hang out with your Boston friends. You got 10 or 15 of them and you need a room? Fucking Boston. That's what you're going to do. Since they're certified travel agents, they can get you the lowest possible rates. On top of discounted rates, they can also negotiate highly discounted bridal suites, shuttle service, and food and beverage functions. If you mention the Dan and Kody podcast, that's us, they'll waive their fee. That means you don't pay anything, okay? Check them out, jcroomblocks.com. I'm going to repeat that, jcroomblocks.com. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter and Instagram. Follow them, check them out, get all them rooms! Woo!
Woo.
Dan, I have to talk to you about this show, man.
What show?
This show called Euphoria.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Have you watched this show?
Yeah, man.
Like, how deep into this show are you?
How
many episodes have
I
you
think
watched?
me and Jenny are like 4 or 5 in.
Woo! It is raw, brother.
It's like homeschool, 100%.
No, it's not like homeschool 100%.
Moxie ain't never leaving the house.
First of all, realize it's a television show.
Yes.
And it is an exaggeration of the real world by like 100 times.
Do you think so?
Absolutely. It's fascinating and engaging because it's a fantastical raw take into this world with all of these characters that have all these stupid secrets.
What do you mean by stupid secrets?
I mean, it's like, what's his name? Nate, the son of Eric Dane.
I don't.
Eric
What does he
Dane's the
do?
dad.
Okay. Yeah.
You know who that is?
Yeah, the sports guy who's really gay.
Right, who's actually gay. That's like his big secret, right? Then you have Kat, who's actually now she's got this secret sex life that she has.
The porn cam girl.
The porn cam girl. You've got Zendaya, whose secret is that she's an addict, but that she's
It's not that big of a secret.
no, but it's a secret to those around her,
And she's gay.
and that she's a lesbian. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if that's so much a secret either.
And then the other girl who's
Jules, who is
transgender.
a transgender girl.
Right.
And then, there's Mandy, the girlfriend of Nate, which is really just her, like...
The hottie?
I guess. Is she the hottie?
Yeah. The blonde?
No.
The one who had the orgasm on the
No.
on the carnival ride?
No.
Oh, I'm talking about her.
No, yeah, she's like big old titty girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not her. But yes, she's got her own like secrets, basically. But it's like that. It's like they do such a wonderful job in this show of really giving each of these people a reasoning to do what they do. However, you do have to suspend belief at times because you're like, that's a really extreme.
It's so heavy. It's so heavy.
It's pretty heavy, like each segment. So just so people know, like Zendaya is this girl who's kind of your narrator, your point of view. You're watching the world through her eyes. And she's just gotten out of rehab, and she's a 16, 17-year-old kid. And she becomes friends with this new girl at school whose name is Jules, and she's a transgender girl that is like, you kind of forget about the fact that they're transgender as you watch the show. It really becomes about their relationship and the relationships they have with others.
Yeah.
And then you have these really extreme characters throughout the rest of the show that you get a sense of what their wants and needs are. And then you have this weird turn where you have this one character who's the dad of one of the characters who is holding this really big secret.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to watch it kind of play out.
It's so captivating. It's like a Sorkin / like Social Network pace.
It's interesting. They run it at a pretty, like, it's a pretty good pace.
Yeah.
You think it's slow?
No, I think it's
You think it's fast?
I think it's fast and like thrill.
It's very stylized.
Yeah.
In its own way. There's this great bit, which I don't know if you've gotten this episode.
Dick pic.
The dick pic?
They start like they break the fourth wall and start explaining like the types of dick
Yes,
pics.
that's fun. That's really funny. And then they do this great thing, which you haven't seen it, but Zendaya's character, she's like old friends with this younger sister of somebody, and they're trying to understand why Jules is sad. And they approach it like two like New York detectives.
Oh, cool.
And it's really fun to kind of watch her like break down, like, why is Jules sad? What's going on? Well, there's this, there's that, there's this. And then she's smoking a cigarette in the girl's bathroom, but she's wearing like she's packing, like she's got a gun and she's dressed up like it's really, really
like,
cool.
Like straight up detective.
Like straight up
noir.
like New York detective, basically.
That's cool.
It's really funny. And they're kind of going back and forth like it's SVU.
TV, man. TV is like, it's just at its height.
Right. I mean, for me with this show, I felt like it was a bit like they were maybe over-sexualizing kids a little bit.
Mm.
But once you get past the over-sexualization of kids, which I'm not okay with in any way, but you start to see the characters for more than just the sex. They really push the sex at first, and then they kind of rein it in as the show goes on.
And I was shocked at the amount of male dicks in this show.
Yeah.
And how much of this show do you think that a high schooler today is pulling from to do those things?
My concern is the effect that it would have on kids today when they watch it.
Right.
Because in
Like
a weird way,
the fentanyl. Like,
Yeah,
this shit is so fucking scary.
it's so scary. It's so dangerous. And there is this glamorizing addiction.
And the sex.
And the sex, and the funny thing about sex for kids today
it's
is
so casual.
it is
in the
casual,
show.
but it's so casual. But kids today, they're not really having sex apparently.
You don't think
Like
so?
there's numbers and studies out there that says kids today aren't having the kind of sex we had in high school.
Really?
Yes,
No.
yes, they're just not, because there's other forms to satisfy themselves. The access to pornography is so much greater. This idea that all these kids are watching porn, probably true.
Right.
So
And they're just like, whatever.
yeah, like okay, cool,
Boobs.
yeah,
You just go to Pornhub.
yeah, absolutely. there's the desensitization of these kids in that world is there. It's like, the curiosity's there. Okay, we did it. Cool. Now I get it. Move on.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah, yeah.
But the access to drugs, that's the unbelievable part for me.
Well, there's a lot of unbelievable parts to this show, but
But I feel like that is very heightened because
yeah.
like
One of the great things they use, one of the great characters in this show is Zendaya's drug dealer, who is actually kind of her friend and somebody she's actually truly honest with.
yeah.
He's
And
one of the few people she's 100% honest with.
and he's less of a G than he leads on to be.
Yeah,
He has a conscience.
he's actually strangely the moral figure throughout this whole thing.
Right.
Because he understands right and wrong. He sees black and white, and he's also
like,
somebody
"I gotta
that's
cut you
he's
off."
protecting people. He's like, it's crazy. And one of the other things that makes him so lovable, he does not emote. He's very direct. He's straight, and he's straight in the way he delivers words. Is what I mean. And one of the other things that is very redeemable is his grandma is in a coma, and he's just taking care of her, and he sells drugs to do that because that's the only way he can get the money to take care of her.
Yeah.
So he's forced into that life because of the situation.
I guess they had to give him that so that you would like him.
I liked him before I knew his grandmother was in a coma. when the show first kicked in, first episode, she goes to see him because she wants drugs, and you meet him, and I'm like, I like this character.
That's sort of like borrowed from like a Breaking Bad perspective where like you have to Walt has to have cancer so that you feel sorry for him being forced to sell drugs. Otherwise, you're just rooting for a drug dealer.
Right.
You know.
Well, the season, you have to root for the drug dealer. It's the anti-hero
Yeah. Who's your favorite character?
in the show.
Yeah.
My favorite character in the show is probably him.
The drug
I love him. I love the drug dealer. I think he's so interesting. I think all the characters are very interesting.
Yeah.
But the drug dealer, he's so likable. He's so likable relative. Zendaya does a really great job, but at times I feel like she's acting.
Jenny loves the cam girl.
Kat's really
Kat.
funny. She's like got this attitude, and she's trying to find her confidence, and she's doing her own thing. And
I love her
she's reckless.
I love her fan fiction of One Direction.
Right, exactly. She writes this erotic fan fiction of One Direction where the Harry Styles and one of the other members like end up having
Sucks
sex
his
together.
dick on
Sucks his dick.
backstage.
It's so ridiculous. Anyway,
You should definitely check it out. It's a great show.
they just finished up the last episode on Sunday. It's called Euphoria. Check it out on HBO Go or now, and live your dream.
And
What?
The Boys.
Oh, and The Boys.
Yo, The Boys is lit.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg put together this show from a comic book called
That's
The
their
Boys.
show?
Yeah.
That's Seth Rogen?
Yes.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
man. And it's called The Boys, and it's this show about superheroes in the real world, and they're run by this corporation. And you pay, like cities pay to have them come in and kind of help protect the city.
Clean it up.
Clean it up. They help reduce crime. But the interesting thing is it's kind of a play on what happens. It's the fame of things.
Yeah.
It's the celebrity of being a superhero and how these people are still very flawed, yet they're very powerful and very dangerous.
And it's truly what a real life superhero on Earth would be like, I feel.
I disagree. All of those superheroes are terrible.
And I think that they would be
I don't know.
on Earth.
Maybe.
Like in real life, yeah.
They're
they
all
would,
sociopaths.
They would
the majority
sell
of these,
out.
the top 3 or 4. But I guess I can't say they're all sociopaths. One is a sociopath.
Just imagine like the closest thing we have to superheroes today in real life is probably pro athletes. Just imagine.
Okay. Yeah.
Imagine Odell Beckham Jr. is like the Flash.
You're probably right. I mean,
And-
that's an interesting way to take that. But yeah, I think you're probably right.
And like LeBron James is Superman. Like it would go to your head.
Yeah.
You would be sponsored by Nike.
Yeah.
Like,
and like these guys are. They're making loads of cash.
Yeah. And they're just and it's so corrupt like today's government. This company that they work for.
Yeah. Elizabeth Shue's in it. Oh, Elizabeth
Amazing.
Shue.
Amazing.
Elizabeth Shue's killer. You have Carl Urban, who just kills it in this show.
He's so good.
The
The dude who plays Homelander is so
Yeah, Homelander's kind of the Superman character in this show, and his character is very interesting.
yeah.
But yeah,
Fucking hate the Deep.
yeah, the Deep's the worst. The Deep is basically Aquaman, but there's a really great moment in the episode where he wants to free this dolphin that's in a SeaWorld type environment.
Right.
So he steals the dolphin. He's talking to the dolphin as they're driving, and he's about to get in a car accident, and he brakes. And the dolphin's kind of hanging in the back of this cargo van, and the dolphin just goes flying right by him in slow motion, kind of looks at him, and then flies out the window, slides across the road, and then a semi-truck just drives over it.
Just runs him over.
It was really, really funny, but it's, show's pretty intense and really clever. I dig it.
So good.
Yeah, so check out that. That's on Amazon Prime. You can stream all those shows, but that's Dan and Kody's Picks of the Week.
Holla. Kody, I think it's time to crown this week's Champion of the Week.
The champion of the week. Yeah.
It don't get much better than this.
What do you mean?
A fan. This is straight up like Rookie of the Year. Remember Rookie of the Year?
Absolutely.
The
Rookie of the Year.
with Henry Rowan Gardner.
That's right. Daniel Stern.
Broke his arm.
Yeah.
Then it healed up.
But the tendons were so tight he could throw a 110-mile-an-hour fastball.
That's right.
And he went straight to the majors, where Rocket, Nick Nolte,
Yes.
was there to help him do his thing.
What a movie. He passed the torch.
He passed the torch. Imagine being a kid. Imagine being a baseball player, and your teammate decides he wants to date your mom.
Yikes.
That was Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. That's the only storyline of Rookie of the Year.
So who's our champion of the week, Dan?
Champion of the Week. Here's the headline. Fan who threw a 96 miles an hour at an in-stadium radar booth signed a contract with the Oakland A's.
What?
Did you hear about this one?
No, tell me about this.
Oh, man. Baseball fan Nathan Patterson lit up the speed pitch radar booth at Coors Field a few weeks ago when he was attending the game with his brother. And he casually threw a 96-mile-an-hour fastball at a Colorado Rockies game on July 15th. And on Thursday, the past Thursday, the Oakland A's made his dream come true. He's 23, and he signed a contract with the team.
Wow, that's really great. Good for
Right.
him. It's one of those things where he would have had to have tried out for the teams. And you don't casually throw a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Like, who the hell
You're
do you
zinging it.
You're throwing the ball.
Fucking zinging that thing. He played high school baseball, never pursued it in college, but he started taking baseball seriously again last August. And he originally caught the A's attention at a Nashville Sounds game.
Okay.
That's
Must
the
be
team's
a minor league team or something.
Yeah, that's their AAA affiliate. And when he threw a 96-mile-an-hour fastball there, too.
Okay, so this guy was what? He was playing for the Nashville Sounds?
No, it was another, like, hey, throw a pitch.
So then he would have had to have tried out.
He's going to all these, like, throw a pitch nights.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Well,
he's
it's
like,
Wednesday. There's a throw a pitch night in Gainesville, Florida I got to get to.
let me head down there and throw him another heater.
Oh, my God.
But he told MLB.com he hadn't thrown for a few years before last August, and noted of his high school playing days, I didn't really have a good arm then. He was injured in a car accident in December and needed surgery, but Patterson was resilient, kept training, and stayed sharp in a rec league.
Well, I'm imagining now he's playing single A ball somewhere to help move him up and make sure that he's prepped and ready to move up in the world.
Yeah. But just like I wanted him to be the champion because it's sort of like seize your moment.
Seize your moment. Like, it shows that he's been working at least for the last year on this. It's not like he just fell into it. He put himself in the right position. He went to all the fast pitch nights across the country.
Yeah.
And then a major league team saw what his skills were. And bing, bang, boom, he's now in minor league. He's now on a minor league team pitching some balls.
What is it? What do they say? Luck is when opportunity meets preparation. There's no such thing as luck.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you never put yourself in that position, it would never have happened.
Right. You're not just going to wake up on Tuesday and then get selected to throw out the pitch, and then you're going to throw a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
Absolutely. For example, luck. Tony Braxton filling up her car with gas. Music producer hears her singing as she's filling up her car with gas.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yeah. All of a sudden, bing, bang, boom, Tony Braxton, multiple platinum albums.
Right. That's right.
That's not what I call luck. That's when preparation meets
Opportunity.
boom. That's what I like to call Tony Braxtoning a situation.
But even that, she wasn't just singing for the first time. She had been singing.
I ain't been singing for the first time.
I can't even think of a Tony Braxton song.
What are you talking about? He was your man.
What? No.
Yeah.
What is it? What is another one?
She don't love you like you do. Wait a minute. No, that's Brandy. And here, wait a minute. You know what? I got it. Let me do this, Dan. I think it's important that I play a Tony Braxton song because
Okay.
I think Tony Braxton is stupid, amazing. Unbreak.
Oh yeah.
Let's get to it. She had that one. That was a big hit. How about this one? And if you're interested, Toni Braxton's still making those hits. She just put out an album in 2018 called Sex and Cigarettes.
What?
Yeah, maybe you've heard this song, Sex and Cigarettes. Let's play it.
Be crazy, crazy. I swear you act like you hate me.
Anyway,
No.
so that's that. That's what we got, buddy.
So
What's his name? Nate.
to recap,
Who's our champion of the week, Dan?
champion of the week, frickin'
Frackin'.
Nathan Patterson.
Nathan, thank you, man, for throwing them fastballs and going after your dreams. Everybody else should do that.
Thanks for inspiring
Oh, my God.
a
Oh my
nation
God.
to just do work
Oh, my God.
and be ready to rock.
Oh, my God.
You're the man.
Dan, I think it's time for this week's True Crime. All right, buddy, I got a heater of a heater for you, okay? Imagine being a 23-year-old girl in New York. You're not from the city. You come and you move to New York as an au pair. You're here to take care of kids. And you meet a man that you think is the dream of your life. Until one day, that man and you decide that it's just not working out. Really, you decide. And you say to the man, hey, give me back the key to my place. And that man shows up to your place. And the place you're staying at is actually the family that you're taking care of. And he uses that key to enter that locked door. And he kills the man, the head of the household, of the children you've been watching. And then he decides to chase you down with a knife and stab you to death.
What?
Yes. As a matter of fact, this happened to a young au pair in Maplewood, New Jersey.
So, au pair is basically a live-in nanny.
Yes.
From another country.
Yes.
That is like licensed child giver, but they are basically on.
Yes.
Like 100% of the time.
Yeah, I mean, Madeline looked into it. It's actually, you pay like $10,000 to get them out here from another country, and then you give them a place to stay, and you give them $200 a week.
Holy shit.
So it's all part.
You guys were gonna get an au pair?
No, she just looked into it because when it comes to what we would pay in childcare over the year, it's about the same.
Right. Damn.
Yeah.
We growing up, our next door neighbors had au pairs.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, and we would get like attached to them.
Of course you would.
Like they were just like awesome.
They're family.
And we'd play with their kids, and then the au pair was always going to be there. I remember one's name was Sandra. She was awesome.
And that lets you know, like, au pairs are connected to these families. And this dude goes to her place to drop off the key, kills the au pair's, the parent of one of the kids, because the wife and the kids are out of town.
Wait, so
and then he
the
chases.
au pair hired a man?
No. The au pair was dating this guy.
Uh-huh.
She told him to drop off the key to the house because he would come over.
Mm-hmm.
So he came back, he unlocked the door with the key, went in, killed the au pair's employer.
The father
the
of
father of the kids. And then basically chased her down with a knife. He
The
killed
au
him with
pair?
yes, and then killed her. He originally, what he did, he walked in the house, he tied her up,
Yeah.
he killed him, he took her with him, and then she was able to like break free because he bounded her hands with tape. And
Holy
then
shit.
he ended up stabbing her with the knife.
Oh my God.
So this guy was caught at JFK trying to get on a flight to Cancun, Mexico.
He was going to Cancun?
Yeah, he was trying to buck the system.
Stop.
This guy was only 40 years old that he killed.
And the au pair was dating him.
Yeah.
Why'd she give him a key to go in the house?
I don't know. I mean, they were dating probably for an extended period of time. I don't know the whole story as to the whys of that happening.
It's just like, here's a key. Go to this
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
I think she was in on it, and he had other plans.
To kill her?
No, I think.
What do you gain by killing him?
I think the plan was to kill the dad, kill the mom.
The mom and the kids were out of town. Why would you schedule that on the same day?
And then they were gonna both fuck off to Cancun, but he was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna kill her too."
Why?
Oh, I'm not them.
You have that's a like you have no like you're just
Doesn't
making,
make sense.
Yeah,
Why?
it
why
doesn't
did he-
make sense.
Why'd she give him a key to a place he doesn't have any reason to go to?
She lived there.
Oh, so he was. So she was like, "Here's a key to the family's house that I'm."
I imagine
au pairing."
at some point when they were dating,
Yeah.
there was a scenario where he said, you know, she said, "Hey, will you run by the house? Here's the key." Never gave the key back. She knew he had the key. She said, "Bring me back the key. We're donezo."
That makes sense.
He was unhappy with the breakup.
So
He
who
didn't want
lived?
it over.
The kids and the mom?
Kids and the mom were out of town. They were fine.
So what the hell?
So the dad was killed.
Was she sleeping with the dad?
I don't know.
Why? What?
I mean, if you're gonna,
why does the au pair need to be there when the kids aren't there?
because she lives there. She's a live-in nanny.
But there's no kids.
So where? You throw her on the street during
be
the
like-
time the kids aren't there?
I'll be like, I'm off. I'm gonna go. Like,
What does that mean?
I'm gonna go like fuck off somewhere to like take a trip. I'm also going to take a trip.
Okay.
Why does the au
on
pair?
that $200 a week, you're going to go a lot of places, aren't you? Living
Why
in
not?
New York, like basically New York City.
$200 a week? That ain't bad.
Dude, okay, it's $800 a month.
I mean,
Can you do a lot on $800 a month in New York City?
I mean, no, but if you're a young au pair, you don't. You have room.
Everything's free? I don't understand your logic here, man.
You have free rent.
What do you mean you got free rent?
You don't have to pay to live there.
Sure, but you only get $200 a month or $200 a week.
You have $800 and no expenses.
Who says you don't have expenses?
What
You
are
got a
your
cell
expenses?
phone?
I'm sure that's.
$100,
Just get a burner.
$150.
Just get a freaking.
Get an English burner.
Get that burner phone.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Get that cricket. Yo, that cricket, $20. Get that cricket wireless, dog.
Anyway, man, murder.
I'm just trying to figure out why and how. Something
I
was
told you
happening.
how,
Something was up.
and I explained the why.
I don't like it. Smells.
If he goes in there, there's probably some scuffle. He ends up stabbing the guy because there's a scuffle. They
Right.
get in an argument. He's like, time to leave, time to leave. You can't tell me to leave. I'll do what I want. Stab, tie her up, bound her.
Why tie her up, bind her, then kill the dad, then kill her? You wanted her to watch. Why do you want her to
Or
watch?
maybe-
Because she cared about him.
Maybe he wasn't home. He bound her.
Mm.
Dad walks in. What the
Hey,
fuck is going on?
what are you doing?
What are
my
you
au
doing?
pair?
He has a knife right in the heart, right in the chest, right in the face, right in the guts.
Wow.
Absolutely.
And then he tried to fly to Cancun?
Yep.
You dum-dum.
Yep.
By a stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. They basically
Was he an
have,
American?
They have video of her running and being chased by this guy down the street. So,
Wow.
and apparently his phone showed that this guy had been upset about the breakup. And one of her friends said that she had ended the relationship last year. So in
And he was
2018.
he was still clinging.
Yeah. So I guess the moral of this story is be careful with the people you're dating.
Yeah, don't just be slinging around your key to people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a crazy world out there.
And if you're an au pair, why you dating?
What?
You should be watching those kids.
She is.
She
She's got
should
set
be-
times.
She should have been on
Don't
the
be
trip.
hating. Don't be hating on
She
this
should
show.
have been on this vacation.
insane.
Au
Yeah.
pairing.
I don't know about that.
Like what?
I don't know what her mom, what the mom and the kids are doing. She doesn't have to take the au pair everywhere.
Why is the mom vacationing without dad?
Who said they're vacationing? They were out of town. I never said vacationing.
What are they out of town doing?
I have no idea. Maybe
Why
they
is my
haven't-
voice so high?
I have no idea. Anyway,
This is weird. I need to.
I don't think it's that weird, man.
What? I just don't get it.
I can see that.
Why is the dad there?
Work. He
He's
runs a
gotta
comedy
work.
club.
He does.
Joke's on him. Yeah, he's a comedy club owner and a restaurant owner.
Okay, so new lesson: don't vacation without your man.
Yeah,
You-
that's the moral of the story.
You're gonna come back to a dead au pair and dead husband.
That's right. Just be careful out there, all you ladies.
Jenny, next time you try to go on a vacation without me,
You better take the au pair.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh, hell, Dan. Well, I feel the week went strong. I feel the episode went well.
I feel the same.
Okay, buddy. Okay, well, anything to look forward to in the rest of the week?
Yeah, you're making our website cool, right?
I'm trying.
Do it.
I'm so bad at this coding thing
Why do you have to code?
because got to make it unique, brah.
Why don't we just like circle space, whatever it's called?
Circle space it. Maybe we will. We're working on a net website. We're hoping we'll put it together. We want it to be nice. We want you guys to smile.
It's gonna be like so dope, like a DNK experience on the line.
Yeah, there's going to be an on-the-line DNK experience.
Yeah,
Look forward to it.
I can't wait.
Yeah, me neither.
It's coming. Episode 200. Dropping a new website. Woo!
Sometime. Yeah, we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. Anyway. All right, man. Well, stay dreamy.
Hey, love yourselves.
Thanks for listening and laughing with the Dan and Kody podcast. Our email is danandcodypodcast@gmail.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We are on Instagram at Dan Kody Podcast. Check out our website, danandkody.com, and you can contribute to the podcast by going to patreon.com/Dan Kody Podcast.
Subscribe, bitch!
Everybody play the tough guy to shit, whoa. Right.